Welcome to Ni Santas Ni Diablas,
where we are unapologetically imperfect.
Join us as we defy society's labels of what it is to be a good girl.
We are your hosts, Kay,
Miriam,
and Rami.
Welcome to the safe space.
Oh, that part we say together. She acting like she knows all the buttons on the board. We still don't know.
I'm still learning, apparently.
She said,
Welcome back, guys.
Shut it down, DJ. Shut it down.
I ain't meant to be a DJ.
Oh, what's going on?
Not much.
It's the duo again.
We back at it. We were missing our trio.
Facts. She coming though.
She coming back.
She's coming. She in recovery.
Back, and she's gonna be better.
Facts.
We're excited.
So what's going on?
Can I vent a little bit?
Yeah, go off. Because I got nothing.
So I drive to work yesterday. Not tomorrow. Yesterday I'm driving to work, and I'm at a red light. And I pick up my phone for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. And a cop pulls up right behind me. And I said, he's going to pull me over. He's going to pull me over. The minute that light turns green, he pulls me over. And he goes, I saw that you weren't using your phone, but since you still had the phone in your hand, you're still operating a motor vehicle. And I was like, okay. And I thought he was going to like give me, it was a Goshen cop. If you guys know that, Goshen cops are jerks. Like majority of Orange County cops. And he's like, oh, where do you work? I'm like, literally right across the street. And he walks away after I give him all my information, and I got a ticket.
Damn, how much? You don't know yet?
I don't know. I'm fighting it.
Fight that shit.
My mom was like, fight it. Fight it. Fight it. I didn't think I was going to tell my parents. But I saw her.
If I told my dad, he'll be like, that's what you get. And I'll be like,
I showed my dad today. He's like, no, you fight it. You call a lawyer. I was like, all right.
I don't need another fee,
My mom was mad dramatic. She's like, that's gonna be $1,000. I said, I hope not. She got me mad scared. I said, I should think about this.
Right.
But no. Yeah. So I got a ticket for just like lifting up my phone. And he was an SUV. So that's how he was able to see, because my car is the smaller not compact.
Yeah.
I drive a boat. But nope. So your girl got a ticket, but she fighting it.
I have something to say. I got a verbal warning for the first time.
At work?
Yeah.
About what?
Apparently I called out too many times. I was like, if I'm sick, I'm not coming to work. And she was like, oh, it was just convenient that you called out and the office was closed. I was like, I was still sick. Even if we were still open, I was still sick. Do you want me to shit in the office? Like, what do you want me to do?
Wait. So the office was closed?
It was closed that day. I was going in regardless. Like, I always go in, even if it's closed.
Just staff.
Just to, like, pick up the calls, do last minute, like, keep up, whatever. I still go in regardless. But that day I called out. And they were like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Da-da-da. You have been calling out too many times. Last time I called out, my grandma died. Last time I called out before that, my car died in the highway.
Oh my! Do you have PTO?
I do, but I don't have much.
Oh,
I use it.
Me too. I'll be looking at it like, bet I'm off now.
I requested the 18th and 19th of this month, and then I sent it to my supervisor. I was like, oh, I just put in a request. I was like, I don't know. I know I don't have enough PTO days to cover both days. But I won't be here regardless. So I don't have nothing. I have negative 4 hours, bro.
So, but I'll see you
I'll see you on Monday.
I'll see you on Monday, bright and early. I'll be there Monday, but not those 2 days.
I will not.
Oh my God. I would never lose my head over my job.
No.
If I'm not feeling good, I'm not going in.
And they know I have another job. So it's okay. I got another job.
But they would be upset if I wasn't feeling well or came in.
Yeah, right? They'd be like, why would you do that?
That's so irresponsible. Like, the staff are really upset. But I'll never lose my head over a job.
No.
But verbal warning. I mean, like,
some bullshit.
Well, speaking of that, I will be out.
I will call out.
I'll be gone. My gosh.
Whatever.
Gotta pay.
Facts.
To live.
Anyways,
well,
to the topic.
I
feel like this is something that has been happening a lot lately, especially with the Latino community on like social media, TikTok, Instagram, etc., etc. Culture vultures.
Culture vultures.
I mean, that's what I call them. You know, definition by Urban Dictionary is a person or an organization making profit using unhonorable practices from a culture they do not care for.
Which happens in the Black community since the beginning of time. Beginning of time.
Let's say, for example, nails. Acrylic nails. Oh, that was ratchet. That was this. That was that. Now it's not.
Or Bo Derek braids, which is braids that come from like ancestors.
Yeah.
Bo Derek braids was like, I think in the 90s or 80s. The white people called it Bo Derek braids and like all this stuff. But I feel it more coming up now with the Latin community.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, with the Black community, it's been happening. So then they're like, you see how we feel? You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, man, I see how you feel.
I saw a TikTok and it was this Black woman and she's like, yeah, I'm just calling you guys to make sure y'all okay. I called the Asian community, you know, they still hanging in there. Like, right. It's unbelievable.
It's like some of the things that like people quote unquote discover or like think they created is so baffling. Like,
it is.
What?
It is.
It's so like,
we're sitting here like,
it's so like Deftone, you know what I mean?
I'm like, I knew about it a long,
right?
Like that's like you breathe that. Like going, it's insane. It's insane. So culture vultures. How many now culture vultures in their lives?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of culture vultures in our lives now. Definitely now.
Oh yeah,
social media everywhere.
Yeah, I wrote a list of some examples. One of them was Kylie Jenner's lip gloss name, Besitos. Okay. I'm just like, but why couldn't you just name it something else? Like, why don't you just call it Kisses? Why don't you just call it Kisses?
No, that's true.
Lip Smackers. Oh wait, that's another, that's another one.
I was gonna say Kiss, but that's a brand.
Or just name it like Moi or like something else. Like, why does it have to be Besitos?
Yeah.
Oh, because we're profitable now? Oh, because it sounds sexy?
It's funny because I actually always wanted to own my own lip gloss brand.
Do it.
And my mom and I came up with the name Besitos.
Oh, yeah?
But I never did it.
Now.
And too late
Kylie
now.
Jenner
Kylie Jenner. She original. She original.
She original.
She's self-made.
Self-made billionaire.
Self-made.
Oh, my God. You want to read off the next one?
Yeah, so this is big on TikTok. This went like viral on TikTok. Is the whole spa water thing.
Yeah.
Which was,
agua fresca.
Yeah. This girl like created this like spa water, like
antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, anti-depression. Bitch,
that came out. Yeah, that's been recent actually.
Yeah, that was pretty recent. It was actually really funny. It's just like something that is so normalized in our like day to day is becoming like this thing.
Yep.
And it's becoming so like, I don't know, like trendy and stuff. So it's comical.
It is.
It's real comical.
It is comical. I definitely believe it's comical. Like, cause it's the ignorance in it as well.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, oh, I invented something. Like, no, you didn't.
And the comments are like, oh my God, I can't wait to try this. Da, 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 da.
Yep. What's the next one?
This one I saw, that boy band Big Time Rush?
Yes.
How they like reunited.
Looking for a boyfriend. I see that. No, I'm gonna be that.
Yeah, they should have stuck to that. They should have stuck to that.
I didn't hear about this. What was this?
So they have basically a reggaeton song.
Aren't two of them though Latinos?
One's a Trump supporter, so I don't really count him. What's the other one? I
think it's the Logan guy. I could be wrong though.
I don't know.
I gotta see. Hold on.
I don't know. Do your research.
The other one is he is a Trump supporter. He's a.
I don't know. For me, it didn't seem that authentic.
I didn't hear the
very
song.
like, very how you say, like, just because
mainstream. It's
mainstream,
like profitable. Everything with Bad Bunny,
etc. We'll get to that, but that's what I just feel like it is right now. That's why they put it out there. They just want. I don't know.
Okay, so one of them is Venezuelan, mother's Dominican. So that's one of them.
Carlos.
I don't know Kendall. That boy white.
that you can be white and Latino.
No, he's like white.
Okay.
I know I'm white. I'm considered white Latina, but no. I think it's just one of them actually.
Oh yeah,
one of them.
Which one's Logan? What is he? He's just white.
He's just white. I don't see anything about Logan. James. Jewish. Yep, he's Jewish. And then Kendall. Let's see here. Yeah.
Kansas?
White.
Yeah, that's white.
Yeah. So it's only Carlos Pena. He's the only one.
How unfortunate.
He's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I have to listen to the song, but no, the reason why it's happening is because it is
trendy,
super trendy,
profitable.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even say that word.
Profitable.
Profitable. You want to read the next one?
Yes. Ceviche TikTok.
I feel like this is aside from that cowboy caviar shit. I literally saw this girl making a video, and she was like, she's like, I did my research, blah, blah, blah. This is not ceviche because I cooked the shrimp prior to mixing it and whatever.
Did she cook it like on the stove?
Yeah. And I was like, that is still ceviche.
Some people cook it on the stove.
Some people still cook it on the stove. Some people just use the lime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, no, I cooked it on the stove. It's not ceviche. And I'm just like...
That's crazy. I haven't seen that one, but that's the whole. The problem is like trying to like justify it sometimes too. Yeah. Like for me, one of the biggest issues, trends that got me upset was the whole avocado trend.
Oh yeah, that's why them shits are mad expensive now.
They're so expensive now. I remember like avocados just came up as this thing. Yeah. Avocados. You saw avocado emojis, stickers, all this
socks,
stuff.
Underwear, purses, everything.
And then avocado toast became a thing.
Yeah.
And if you go to a restaurant now, it's like $15 for avocado
toast. It's so
toast.
extra, like $2 extra, $3 extra just to have it on your plate. But it's like at home, that's like part of your meal.
When that whole trend came out, I was so confused. How people were like, oh, avocados.
Wow.
Like, because growing up in a Latin home, like, you have avocados with your rice, your soup. You have avocados with a lot of things.
Yeah, beans, everything.
Yeah, you cut up an avocado with your sancocho. Or you cut it like with like, and
anything.
For me, and for that whole trend, and now they're super expensive. Yeah, I remember they used to be like 98 cents.
No,
they're like double digits almost, and you can get like 4 of them.
Oh my god, we got a bag from Sam's Club. Them shits were like this tiny.
Yes. So and if you look on like a lot of more westernized restaurants, it's avocado toast for breakfast. Yeah. Avocado toast. And it's ridiculously overpriced. And then people are trying like new ways to cook, like use avocado and all this stuff. And now that is the inflation of something trendy such as that.
Now I can't do avocado mass anymore because it's so expensive.
Now ceviche is going to be like, it's already expensive. Now it's going to be like out of pocket expensive.
I remember my mom used to like put it in my hair when I was little. Like, let's say it's like kind of going bad, but not really, just maduro. And she would put it in my hair. I can't do that shit anymore. That's just a waste of money.
That's a waste of money. And then you have to wait for them to ripen. Yeah. You can't let it go. No. You can't let that rot. No. You got to do something. You got to make that guacamole or something like that. But now that's a huge one. I remember that was another one. But it happens all the time. Yep. All the time.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that clean girl aesthetic.
Oh, the clean girl aesthetic. That was like, too, I don't know, remember like turmeric. Turmeric became very popular. Oh yeah, all the health benefits,
putting it in everything.
And it wasn't that like, I think turmeric comes like from Asia or something like that. Like that's always been around. And it's like all of a sudden it's like this new discovery. Yeah. Of the helpfulness and the healthiness of taking it, and it's flipped. And I feel like a lot of these trends kind of do damage. Yeah. Because when you want benefits to these things that you really have benefits, you can't afford them anymore. No. Because everything goes up in price because it's a trend. Exactly. It's insane. And I remember that one. But avocado, I don't know. Avocado irked me.
To this day.
I just want soup and with a slice of avocado.
Can't afford it this
week. They're all gone. That was a big one. Yeah. So why do you think Latino culture is so mainstream now, though?
I feel like a lot of it has to do with social media, of course. Yeah. And what's being posted, songs, Bad Bunny. Literally the #1 artist of the freaking world
is Bad Bunny.
Like I don't know what it is about him, but it's so like, I don't know, not relatable, but not relatable. But like he's just cool.
He is charismatic. He does have a very charismatic personality, like, I feel like.
How he represents himself is for the people.
Yes.
for the people, represent the people, by the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people gravitate towards him, even those people who are not Latino or Hispanic or identify as that, like white people. Like this one girl on TikTok, she loved Bad Bunny. She loved Bad Bunny,
which I really appreciate.
Yeah,
you know,
she does it in a really nice way.
Yeah,
but like other people just like gravitate towards him.
If you go on TikTok, Bad Bunny is like number one. Everything. It's either depending on your algorithm. But I still feel like regardless, you're gonna come across Bad Bunny. You're gonna always come across. Yeah, which is like you said, he's the number one artist,
literally. And like just having these albums back to back to back, and just him exploding, like not just here, not just in Latin America, but literally everywhere.
He's literally mainstream.
Yeah,
he's mainstream as it comes.
Another artist that I found that like I feel like I see a lot of like white TikTokers is Rosalia.
I see that a lot. White. They love her.
Yeah,
they love her.
Even though she is a European, she is not Latina or Hispanic. She is Spaniard.
She's Spanish. Yeah. That's the one girl you can say, oh, she's Spanish.
No facts.
But yeah, I saw that TikToker, Brittany something. Yeah. She's a huge
fan. She's like, I cried during the album. I was
Rosalia. But she was an issue too, Rosalia, with the whole culture vulture in itself as well, because she came out with a bachata song, reggaeton songs, like very influenced by that. And just like the way she looks, she has braids, she has her edges laid, she got a grill on. And she started
where'd you get all that from?
And she started off with like flamingo music,
music,
which is beautiful.
Flamingo, it is beautiful, but how do you go from that to laying your edges, wearing a grill, and then you don't say, oh, I was inspired by this, or I got this from this? She doesn't do that. No,
she doesn't. And I think one time she did say she was Latina. Didn't she say? She said in an interview, like, I feel Latina. I remember that. I was like, girl, come on now. All you have to say,
I feel like a millionaire. Am I a millionaire?
No, I'm not. All she had to say was like, I love the Latin
community
culture and its essence.
I am very influenced by that,
because she is European at the end of the day. Yeah, like I said, you can call her Spanish. To be like, I talk to the Spanish chick all the time. Growing up in the area that we live in, it's always,
oh, she's Spanish.
She fire.
She's Spanish. She fire.
She fire. Okay, what's another one?
Got them Batalios.
Got the Malta.
Oh God. What else do you think makes it mainstream?
So for me, one country I feel like is becoming super mainstream is Mexico.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving to Mexico City,
and a lot of people are talking about Mexico City. That whole trend with chamoy. Have you seen like in Tajín? That was like huge. That's like another one that went kind of viral, and like the white community trying. Oh, I'm gonna try Tajín and like
Tajín.
And I noticed a lot of times the people who try like the Tajín and chamoy, they have a huge following, and it's kind of like, oh, let me try the Tajín and stuff like that. They don't do like the research sometimes and stuff like that. No. So I feel like Mexico in general has become a really big trend.
Yeah, I feel like it's always been a popular country.
Yes, but on TikTok I've noticed people with Mexican food. Yeah, and that's also a thing like big when you meet someone who's not of Latin culture, who are not educated. When you say, I'm Hispanic, or I love Mexican food. I love them tacos.
Oh, I'm Salvadorian. Oh, what part of Mexico is
burritos? Oh, yeah, it's always like that. It's always, so I feel like Mexico and the food, and those like the street food has become a huge part.
And like I said earlier that people are moving to Mexico City. It's happening in Puerto Rico. It's happening in DR. Like people moving to Latin America countries, but not in a way that is like, I don't know, it's very selfish. Like, oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, let me go to this brand new community building. And it's just like, fuck the environment.
Yes.
Fuck the people who were there before that. You know, there were those parks were theirs.
Yeah.
Those beaches were theirs.
Mm-hmm. When COVID hit, especially, Puerto Rico became a very popular place to travel to.
Mm-hmm.
And Puerto Rico had to go on a shutdown.
Yeah.
They had to shut down because
so many people
were just going.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, which it's great. I love when these places are getting exposed, you know.
And people are appreciating
yes.
it. But there are some who are just like taking advantage
There's
of the
no
land.
respect.
Yeah.
Like no respect. And
yeah.
I remember because of COVID time, people were just going.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't understand the spread that you're causing to the people like over there.
You're escaping this reality and think you're in a fantasy somewhere else. That is someone else's reality. Yeah. That you're damaging.
Dominican Republic is a big place for people to travel to.
Yeah.
That's another big place. And these places were more tangible during the epidemic.
Yeah, because unfortunately those countries aren't their like economic growth isn't as big as this country. Therefore, they need that money. They need that tourism.
Tourism.
Tourist?
Tourist? But yeah, that was another big thing that became really mainstream was traveling to like Puerto Rico and all this stuff. Yeah. Which Bad Bunny also took a big part in that too because he's Puerto Rican. Represent. But that was a big mainstream. Salvador.
Oh my God, yeah.
The slide. Everybody.
Bro, I've been there 2-3 times since that slide been built and I have yet to go on that freaking slide.
I'm sure because it's just like overpopulated at this point.
Because it's in the capital and my grandma's lived like in the campo, like way over there. Like we're only in the capital when we land at the airport. Yeah. That's it.
That was another place that's considered affordable traveling.
Too. Like you said, it's very cool to see people appreciate that, but it's like kind of sucky if they don't like, I don't know, respect it. Yeah. Because what's gonna happen? Let's be real. Because it like when huge amounts of people start going, there's gonna be some people who are gonna be on a level of disrespect. Yeah. And certain things are gonna have to be put in place to preserve these areas, right? Yeah. And also like make it more expensive to those who travel there often. For the past 2 years, I've been going each year. Don't make it more expensive for me, please. Please like, don't not.
Appreciate.
Yeah, appreciate, but don't go crazy now.
But I'm laughing because I don't know if you've been on TikTok. They exposed like the end of the slide. Like you ran just right into the wall. And I was cracking up. People's like, I don't think I won't go now. Like I always wondered what the end of that slide was. But yeah, that became big. That became big during the pandemic as well. I'm trying to think what else. I think the whole Latinx thing, just that word became really big. Yeah. And that used to be like. Yeah.
Do you define, I mean, how do you say? Do you call yourself like Latinx or represent yourself by that word?
So personally, no. Because I feel like not to disrespect anybody. Yeah. We have the word Latin. Yeah. And I think that's very
general enough
than Latinx. Yeah. And I think it's up to you if you want to be referred to as the feminine or masculine in the Latin community. So I feel like Latin is pretty. So I personally don't refer it.
Me neither.
So
yeah, unless I'm like talking to a group of people, then I would say like Latino, Hispanics, or Latinx. Then I'll like say all three things. Yeah. But if it's just like me, I'll be like Latina. That's it.
Yeah. And that's become really huge. Latinx. I'm a Latinx. I forgot what show it was.
That sounds like a slur.
It was Donald Glover. One of his shows. It was like talk about Latinx. I was dying. I gotta find it, but because that's like the first time I ever heard of Latinx, and I didn't understand where it was.
Yeah, at first I was like, I don't get it. I was like, I literally don't get it, and then I was like, oh, okay,
I get it.
But
then I was like, but we don't say Latina community.
Yeah,
we still more say like Latin community and stuff. So I personally, I don't refer myself, but I don't have a problem to someone else who refers themselves.
Exactly. So as long as you don't say it rude, be like, I identify. I'll be like, you could have just said, excuse me. That's it.
Yeah. So that became another big mainstream, was also like putting the X in that word. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of things that became so mainstream. I like for once in my life felt seen, if that makes sense. But also so that was pretty cool. But then there is downsides too.
Facts. Facts.
feeling seen.
Facts. So we did, well, kind of talk about how it negatively affects the Latino community. I have here respect, which is kind of general.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like generic sometimes, like the feeling. It's like, oh, someone else sees it. It's like, it's not like our own anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It becomes like,
It feels like too popular.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is not ours anymore.
yeah, it becomes too, like,
I mean, that could be selfish, but
it
it's
could
just
be
like,
selfish.
I don't know what it is.
I
It's just,
It's like, I've been doing that my whole life.
yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't know, like, what's that? Oh my God, I'm losing. When you get sick, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm disappointing.
What are you saying?
Vicks.
Oh,
If no lie now. That's coming back to like certain things. Vicks. I went to go buy Vicks. I grew up. If any of you guys, you know what Vicks is.
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
menthol cooling. You get sick. You slap that on. I hate
Slap it on. That's the only way.
You put your shirt on. It's
Yeah.
sticky. All that stuff. So I always grew up having Vicks in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple months ago, my mom asked me to go buy Vicks.
Yeah.
It was so expensive because it was like
That shit was supposed to be 99 cents.
Vicks with essential oils. Vicks with
lavender.
yes, and all this stuff. And I'm like, don't fix what was not broke.
Yeah.
And it's super expensive. Like people who
It is.
you get a little cold, you put a little nostril really quick, you know.
Little tear up, it's fine.
Yes. And that, or like the association of, I always say this, our own community has profited off of this as well.
Mm.
The whole Cheeto era.
Oh.
The hot Cheeto.
Cheeto and Taki.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask to be born Latina.
Solo tenía suerte.
Yeah. So that was also big profitable
Uh-huh.
as well. But I'll say we kind of like took a grasp.
It
We
was-
took that by the balls
We
ourselves.
took it by the balls.
But we took it way too damn far.
Yeah, because that's so cringy.
That is hella cringy.
I will only eat Cheetos in the house. I will never eat Cheetos in public.
And Takis hurt my stomach. The acidity
Oh,
is
yeah,
insane.
yeah.
The sodium is.
I don't eat those.
I do that is toxic. Those sticks are toxic.
Facts.
Your stomach
Facts.
lining is done.
Done.
There's acid.
Mhm.
You eating acid. Them
Eat
acid
some
chips.
vegetables, please.
I remember seeing people in school eat them. And I was like, ooh, your
Just
stomach lining is
chomping on
messed
it
up.
with their red fingers. I'm
Yes.
like,
No, but yeah, so I'm thinking about Vicks, and that's a negative effect on the Latino community is
Yeah.
because it's now feeling like you don't have like you can't afford it.
yeah,
Like something that was such a part of your daily routine,
yeah,
it got to switch up because
yeah.
$3 went to $10,
Exactly.
and it's insane because it has essential oil lavender,
Just give me the regular straight menthol.
And
Thank you.
and it's like 8 ounces,
Yeah.
and you're spending $10.
I remember, like, you know, like the big one. It was like $1 and something.
Now it's $10 for 8 ounces because it has essential oils to help with your muscles. Like, it's been doing that since the end of time.
Facts.
End of time.
Facts. Any other words? I feel like we went through a lot.
Oh, so here, I'm going to talk about this. So, I think what happens, we live in such a crazy cancel culture right now.
Yeah.
And people are so quick to cancel. And I also want people to understand, like, there are people who are just truly ignorant.
Yeah.
Not because they want to be ignorant. It's just they weren't raised
around
They're
it.
not educated.
Yeah.
And I think we do have to be careful sometimes with our approach.
Yeah.
But we also have to stand firm in what
Exactly.
we say. Because this girl probably, the spa water, she probably literally thought,
Wow.
yeah, you know,
I can just blend this shit up.
she should have took a step back and acknowledged. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did she acknowledge it?
I don't know.
If she did, that's great. But I think sometimes too, we can be harsh.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you're so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure her comment section was insane.
Probably blown up.
And there's this one girl who is a Latina or a Latinx. Sorry if I misgendered you, but she went on TikTok and she did explain, like, listen, I'm not going to cancel her.
Yeah.
But I will like to educate her.
That's if she's willing to be educated.
That's if she's willing to be educated.
Yeah. If not, then
Yeah.
same energy.
You got to stand firm in what you know, because certain things are not, you didn't discover it.
Yeah.
So I feel like one thing that can affect us negatively is also our approach. Because unfortunately we do have a stigma of being
loud, aggressive,
fiery, spicy, crazy, you know. That can also have a bad stigma. But I think we also have to be mindful, like, people are just straight ignorant. And it's not about, sometimes there are people who want to be ignorant, and there's just people who don't realize they're being ignorant.
Exactly.
So sometimes I think we have to take a step back and be like, okay, regroup. But like I said, we have to stand firm in that. Bring back my avocados.
It's very tricky, and I feel like you just have to look at each situation. You know, be open-minded. Hopefully the other party is. If not, then do what you got to do.
I think, though, it is an issue, and I think I would say the more white culture, I don't know how to really explain that side. They need to be more aware. They need to be woke. Like, y'all got to wake up.
Woke.
Y'all really got to wake up, because, like, you guys really have to wake up, okay? Because some of this stuff, it gets out of hand. And like I said, the black community deals with it. All the time. And if a black woman does it, it's ratchet, or like, not even ratchet. It's just like, oh my gosh, like, that's so amazing on you. Like, you know, I think in like a Latin, like, oh my gosh, I created ceviche, but I cooked it on the stove. I think they have to do their part and be more aware of certain things, and not be so quick to go on social media or go on. Because I would never be so quick to think I discovered something.
Facts. I'll be like,
I've been on this. I've been on this.
Found the recipe in 0.5.
I've been on this earth for 26 years, and I know there's been more people on this earth. So like, I'm not gonna be like,
I know I'm not the sharpest tool. It's okay. I didn't invent shit.
I didn't create it, but I think that awareness needs to be around, because they don't realize how it can affect people, how it can affect businesses, communities and businesses. You know, like, you bring an avocado restaurant into New York City, and I'm still on the avocados, but it is a big example, because there was a restaurant that was just mainly avocados. And dishes were like $25. Well, there's a mom and pop shop right next to it suffering because
they can't afford avocados in these sandwiches no more.
Or like, so I think there's always a domino effect in things that people are not aware of that they're doing.
I think you wrapped that up really well.
Oh, thank you.
Look at you.
Educated.
Shit.
I'm not trying to embarrass myself.
Facts. I can talk
some days. Even though our intro, our slogan, unapologetically perfect, we still struggle.
Facts.
Don't ask us what it is.
Yeah, don't ask me to say that word on the spot.
Read it.
All right, to the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.